Hello, hello. It is Saturday. It's the end of the month. Well, 6 days away, but it's still the end, isn't it? So here I am again. It's flew by. September is flew by. I mean, I know I've had like the Queen's death in that, um, and that seems to have took over everything media-wise. It's just been like everywhere, which you can't escape. Um, One thing that's still bugging me from the whole thing is this whole Holly and Phil thing. I don't know if anyone's seen it. So apparently, Holly and Phil, who do This Morning, had it had been made out by the media that they'd skipped the queue and went and seen the Queen or whatever. And then it showed that David Beckham, who had waited 12 hours with everybody else. Now, apparently, what I've also seen is that the reason Holly and Phil skipped the queue, as it were, is that they were part of the media side of things because they were doing something for um, This Morning, like to show the public on This Morning for people who couldn't get there, whatever, and that they weren't in that queue at all. They were in the bit where the media was, but I'm just sick of hearing about it. It's like, Christ, man, just let it go. Like, why the kind of making this big deal of it is just driving me insane. Just let it go. I mean, if it was their job, it's their job. It's just like we didn't need to know, and it's the same with like, I don't need to know how wonderful David Beckham is for standing for 12 hours when millions of other people did that as well. Like, yeah, just annoying. It's just annoying. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, don't know what your thoughts are on that, but that was mine. Um, Hi Paula. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Still got issues going on, ongoing, with care, with my bed, with the blinking bed tax thing, the bedroom tax thing. I still haven't solved any of those yet, but hopefully, I will. I hope you're well. Hi Pete. Hi Kelly. Um, how are all of you? Have you had a good week? Have you had a good September? Um, it's like I said, it's madness that it's just flew by. Like I can't believe how quick it's gone. It's just mental. Like we're literally going to be Christmas before we know it. It'll be like a week before Christmas or something. um, Finally managed to catch you live. Oh gosh, sorry to hear that. That's it's life, isn't it? Well, exactly, Paula, because I didn't realise that bedroom tax was still a thing either until getting that letter. It just seemed like it was all spoke about, and then all of a sudden, like no one mentioned it, so I just assumed that it wasn't happening. Um, but it seems it is. Because the shop sending you invoice for money, they're just not very sharp when they owe you or whatever. Hi, Susan. Hi, Rebecca. Right, I'll just get a drink. So yeah, it's been a it's been a weird month. Like I said, it's just you know life. It gets you from every direction. It's so true. And when you're already dead, it feels like people are kicking you out at the same time. And you're just like, just get a break, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Tories, they get you from every. That's true. True. You help the rich stay richer. Sadly. So, um, what's happening this month. Well, obviously the pet show went live. It's not done as well as I expected, but cost of living crisis and all that, it's understandable. Um, Obviously it is open in 6 years. 6 years. Yeah. So the 6 years left for it. Yeah, 6 years left of the pet competition. It ends on the, like, you need your entries in by the 30th. Um, so, if you're not involved and you've got a pet of any type, get them in. Hi Cherry, hi Kath. Won't be at the Type House having tea, no problem. I just had a quick sandwich before I come live. I got like a meal deal from Tesco. So I got a chicken sandwich and then a little chicken, um, what are they called? Um, Fillet thing that you get. Like, it's just a, anyway, and a bottle of Ribena. That was my meal deal from Tesco. Um, but yeah, uh, I what else was I going to say? Yes, because the raffle will be going out um, on the. See, I was going to put a video out of all of the pets on the first. They're in the pet competition, but I'm going to do that on the second now because I want to get the video out for the raffle tickets and show the raffle and auction. Um, and yeah, so that'll be going out now on the first. I'm confusing myself because it's like so confusing now. I've got, when you get that much on and then you kind of like, oh, is it that one? Is it this one? I'm not really sure. uh, you need to get your entries in. You do. Can bite you when no self-respecting person should be. Yeah. I'm currently having arguments about having an. I thought you said that said an adopted kitchen. Like, how do you adopt a kitchen? Is it somebody else's? Say, I'll look after your kitchen. Sorry, brain. um, an adaptive kitchen, but in that it's not suitable for my needs. I don't want a new dumb kitchen. I'm sure there must be a deal between them somewhere. So they want you to adapt the kitchen that then isn't suitable for your needs. It's a bit daft, isn't it? It's like mine parlour. When I moved in here, right, all the benches are a standard height, apart from the sink. So the sink's been lowered, right, to be suitable for someone in a wheelchair. There's the space underneath and everything, and it's been lowered. But the two benches either side are of standard height, and the bench on the other side is of standard height. Now, I don't wash up. My kids did, and the carer did. Well, my daughter used to, and the carers did, and obviously my son does. So they need it really to be of normal height. And I complained once, and they just said, "Oh well, if you don't need it low, you don't need to be in a bungalow and have an adapted house, and do you?" I'm like, it's not how it works. Do you know what I mean? But ah, anyway. Yeah, Susan's put the link in there for the pet show, so thanks, Susan. If anyone wants, it is on my channel, so you'll be able to check it out. But yeah, there's going back to the raffle. There's some wonderful prizes. There's a knitted Steve Davis, um, but no one's ever going to be expecting one of them in the prizes, are there? And there's vouchers, and there is um, gift bags and boxes, and there's loads of like other stuff like jigsaws and games and a lovely purse. Yeah, there's some wonderful things. I know it wasn't the first thing to come up with, wasn't the wonderful prizes and it's Steve Davis. I'm sure someone would love him though, Susan. I mean, there's got to be someone who loves Steve Davis. Yeah, it is parlour. It's such bullcrap and it's such ignorance, and it always bugs me when they bring out things. Oh, we've got this like thing to help you. Yes, and then we've got this lovely thing to help you, but yeah, you try it, and then you try it, and you go, actually, this doesn't help me. I need it to be like this and like this. Like, who did the ask? You know what I mean? Who did the ask in the first place? Like, you would think that they would go around ask a group of people who are in the situation who needs the help what it is that they need before they just, you know what I mean? It's madness. I got two things for you here. Oh, lovely. Yes, and there's a lovely bird feeder which Kath's husband did one last year, and so there's another one of those. What else was there? A blanket from Dodo. That is actually in the raffle this time. It was in the auction last year. This year it's going to be in the raffle. So I want to give everybody a chance of winning. You know what I mean? Like, kind of thing. I know. I think it went for quite a bit of money last year. It was it about £150, which is amazing. And in another sense, it's kind of like, oh well, I should really leave it in the auction because, like, obviously it's going to make the most money, but then it doesn't give everybody a chance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to vary it so that everyone has a chance. So there's still some good things in the auction. Don't get me wrong. Right, where was that? You guess Stephen's mother might like it. I'm sure she'd love it. Someone, well, if anyone knows Steve Davis's mother, you know, you could buy it for Steve Davis. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be over the moon. I'll email you in the next couple of days with photos and details along with my entries. Brilliant. Well, you've got 6 days for the pet thing. Well, actually, 6 days for the pet thing, and probably 5 to get the pictures in. However, if anything isn't in when I make the video, I'll just say that there's still entries to come for the raffle. It's just I need to do a video at the end of the month, probably about the 28th. I'll probably do it to then put out on the 1st to start the ball rolling for the raffle. Yeah. So yeah. Where was that? Not all disabilities are the same. It's obvious to anyone with brain cell, but not to the council. Exactly, Terry. They need to make it like specific to each person. Yeah, we all realise that, like, for instance, if you can't walk, you need a wheelchair, right? That is a given. But for instance, with me, I have lipedema and lymphedema, which affects my legs. So therefore, it yeah. So it then it I need it to be wider in certain places, and obviously I can't have the foot plates right back because foot plates. I can't put my legs right back because of the lipedema that's near my knees. So yeah, it's kind of awkward, isn't it? Dodo's blanket is mine. Yeah, if you win it, but you bought your tickets. You'll just have to hope no one. No, I think I can't remember what you wanted last year, Susan, but I remember they went before your number came up, didn't they? Because you ended up donating your prize to me, which was lovely. Thanks. Paula, what's really pissed me off is that I have a kitchen that I have bought a brand new to fit, but have been told I'm not allowed to during insurance issue. Really? So I'm guessing, is it your property a council property? Is that why that you can't fit it? Do you know what? It's weird, right? Because this bed, it's been broke for ages. Like the actual bed, the knee break is broke on it, and it's been broke for like God knows how long. Um, and the remote needs changing, and honestly, they never check it. The council never checks it. Like it should get tightened up and everything, and they never check it ever. And yet, the heist, which is through my housing, they check that constantly. It's like they're always like they're either doing weight tests on it, or they're doing mechanical tests on it, or they've got the insurance bloke around looking at it. It's like, you know what I mean. But you get it, like that one to me is like overkill, and the other one is just non-existent. It's like, where's the line? You know what I mean? Um, I'll push myself to do them both tomorrow then. No worries if you're up to it, obviously, just if you're up to it. Well, she'll have to buy tickets, Kath, for that. Yeah, I hope you've bought your tickets. Soon as they open the raffle. Yeah, the first that'll be. Yeah, sadly I moved in a council house 8 years ago, and I have never been so shocked and disgusted at their procedures. Yeah, it's a fight. Like, I mean, I don't know what all council areas are the same. At the minute, I'm trying to get some flooring put down so that I don't soak on my floor when I have a shower. Even though I've got like proper flooring in the bathroom, but I don't get ready in the bathroom. I get brought through and then hoisted back on my bed, soaking wet, by the way. It's fun. So everything gets wet on the way. So they're going to put some flooring down for that, because the water was trickling down and causing water was going under my floorboards and then causing damp and rot and whatever. Um, and also because I don't have a window in my bedroom, when they put these double doors in, some reason they didn't think that there needed to be a window, even though there's windows on the doors, but there's no window I can open, and I can't leave my door open, because even if I didn't have the dog, which I do, but even if I didn't have the dog, there'd be safety issues around leaving doors open if no one else is here. So why they didn't think about putting a window in, I'll never know. But obviously, I've been going on about this for ages, and then everything seemed to be rolling. They came to measure up. They measured up the floor, and they looked at whether they were going to put the window in the wall, which I think they shouldn't, or actually take the doors off and put new doors on with windows in that can be opened. Um, and it's just a waiting game. It's just constantly waiting, isn't it? And you have to go through. You have to get passed by certain people, and then sad as it is, the work's never quite right, and they never quite do it well, and it always bugs me, because I think, I'm not saying that all council workers are like that, but a lot of them are. And you get the odd ones. It's like I had an issue with one of my doors, and the door handle kept falling off and kept falling off, kept falling off, and they would just sort of screw it back into place, and of course it would fall off again. So another guy come and he moved it. I mean, obviously it took a bit longer. Well, it took a while longer for him to do it, to actually move the handle up and fill all the old place in and all of that. Um, but of course, it's still working now because he did that. But I don't know. It's ridiculous, man. It's just one cut corner after another, isn't it? And it doesn't seem to matter where. Um, where. So yeah, but yeah. Um, moving in to next one. There's obviously the October raffle and the weekend should be fun. Hoping to get a couple of channels to get involved. I've got a couple of ideas for quizzes to do. I think I'm gonna maybe host 3 different quizzes. Well, not 3 different quizzes. 3 quizzes the same with different contestants. That's the word, contestants. And then get them, and then have a final. So like, or like 2 maybe, and then have a final and see how it goes. Might be fun anyway. They replaced them with my winters again, unrequested and, in my opinion, not needed. They left a 10-inch gap underneath, which ruined my wall carpet, and 5 years for them to fill. Oh, it took 5 years for them to fill. It's madness, isn't it? What bugs me as well is what they're doing around here is so when they did my bathroom, so they adapted my bathroom. I'll go back to that other point in a minute. When they adapted my bathroom, which I really appreciated because I needed it adapting, so they made it a wet room, right? Now, instead of getting in touch with the council, so they only planned to do a few things, which was to put a wet room floor in, to replace the shower in the wall, and put like a splashback, it's all glittery splashback thing up on the wall, right? Now, it was a lot of work, obviously, doing the whole floor and the wall and getting the level right for the thing. But what bugged me is why they didn't work with the council themselves. Why didn't they work with the housing people to freshen up the rest of the bathroom at the same time? Because now I've got this black sparkly wall, I've got a white tiled wall, I've got a light grey tiled wall, a dark grey tiled wall, a bit of non-tile. Well, it should be. The sink is like from the 70s. I think it's huge. You could, it's like practically a bath on its own. Um, and all of that just looks terrible and run down. So like one half of my bathroom looks quite nice, and the other one just looks terrible and run down. So it doesn't make sense. But of course they didn't do that. So yeah, it is mental, very much mental. And then but the want to make sure you pay your rent and you pay your bedroom taxes. I've got to do now. So hopefully they'll work it out because it's £50 a week. I mean, why am I supposed to just find £50 a week? Do you know what I mean? To pay, not £50 a week, £50 a month to pay back the £10. No, it's more than that, isn't it? Because the one, yeah. So it's £50 a week roughly on my rent, and then £50 a week. No, I'll get that in a minute. £50 a month roughly on my rent, and £50 a month roughly that they want back as well. So it's nigh on £100 a month that they wanting me to pay, which covers the the bedroom tax for the month, but also covers 4 weeks back payment that I should have paid, type of thing. Something like that. Anyway, it it doesn't make sense. It's just frustrating, really frustrating. Anyway, I feel like I've just come on and just whinged, and that's all I've done. Just proper whinged. But yeah. So, upcoming in October, like I said, we'll go back to that. I kind of believe that, like the sort of whole Spice Girls thing was like practically a year ago now. Like, well, it's a month away from being a year ago, and it just doesn't seem real like that. It doesn't seem that all that time's gone by already. Like, it's just so quick. It really is madness. Um, so yeah, hopefully though, this year I'll still raise something for the charities. I understand with the cost of living that it's probably not going to do anywhere near as well as the last 2 years have, but if I can raise 1,000 each for them, then with everybody's help, it'll be a massive deal. I'm sure it'll be a massive help to them and give us all a bit of a laugh. So that's cool. Hi, Chrissy. Hope all's well and happy. Can't believe it's the end of the month. Yeah, I know. That's what we were just saying. It's like flew by. In fact, the years just flew by. Really, it's just absolutely disappeared. Like I don't even know how. um. So yeah, I was trying to think if I had anything beside it. No, I think I've put it all away. Well, I've got some other pictures. I think I have. Hello, actually, mate. To talk about what I've I've been watching. I've been watching She-Hulk, which I've been enjoying. I've been watching House of Dragon, which I've been enjoying. And at first, I couldn't get into She-Hulk because she does that like turn around and talk to the camera like no one else is there, and they're just oblivious to her doing that. That I find that a bit weird, like where someone I don't know what it's called exactly. So you have the show running or whatever, and things have gone on, and then all of a sudden she turns to camera and starts saying something. Well, the person's kind of oblivious to that happening, and I really struggle with that bit. I think it's great. I think it's really good, and I think it's funny, and I like the fact I like the angle they've took with it with the whole law thing, but it's just that one bit. But I'll get it. I'll get there with it. I'm sure. Oh, you've been watching She-Hulk too. It's funny. Yeah, yeah. It's been really good. And I've watched House of Dragon, and my intention is to. Oh, well, actually, I was going to watch some of it today. I started today, but I didn't. Um, which was Quantum Leap, the new the new reboot, because I loved the old Quantum Leap, but I'm worried that I'll not like it. But my brother has watched the first episode and he said it was good, so um, hopefully it is. But don't always have the same taste as him, I suppose. Hey, sorry, I am on one too. I had no boiler, so no hot water heating for over 4 months through the winter when I threatened to withhold the rent. They threatened me with court. Bloody hell, really? But and you're on that like this is supposed to help, like if you're disabled or have any issues, or if you have children um under a certain age, then you're supposed to take priority with that sort of thing. Like they did sometimes in Lovejoy. I don't really recall watching Lovejoy. He's the guy with the what's his name? Um, I can't remember his name. What's his name? Ian McShane. Yeah, Ian McShane. I was thinking of Mullet. That's what I was thinking of. He had like a curly mullet, didn't he? Yeah. I think I got the gist of that. Did he have an antiques shop or something like that? They bought you a couple of blow heaters. Is that what it was? Breaking the fourth wall. I'm not really sure. Anyway, like I said, the other thing I'd like to, I've been really enjoying is I want to start is Quantum Leap. Um, I really like Marvel and all of that. However, someone's told us that the newest Thor film is terrible, and so I've kind of put off watching it because I don't want to be disappointed. Um, so yeah, my favorite Marvel is Spidey, though. I think Spider Man, but yeah. So I I was thinking. No, I wasn't really thinking. I haven't got any brains, to be fair. Um, yeah, I don't think Ian's coming on because he's away. Uh, I'm not sure about the others. If anyone wants to pop on, I I'm debating what to do. Whether just to keep on chatting or think of a game or something. I've got them all over. That's the problem. You've been unfaithful to Aquaman. No, because I don't like Spider Man in that way. Spider Man's just a kid, see, he's just a little. But he's my favorite. I like his awkwardness and his um I don't know. I like that sort of awkward sort of sweetness that he has, but not in that sort of way. It's like a, whereas like with Aquaman, it's more manly into Ian's house situation is still the same. He's still trying to find somewhere. Right. What was I gonna say? Don't know. My brain's just switched off now. It's like I get so far and then my brain just goes, I was trying to look up a money necklace and earring set for the charity shop because I found just the necklace on a couple of people on a couple of like websites, but it looks like somebody's own vintage website, and I've got them off for $75. Um, but it's just to give the charity shop an idea. Although the thing is, they'll probably have to put them on. Um, yeah, they'll probably have to put them on eBay or whatever to get the best money for them. Because like some people put like money and necklaces on for like 15 quid, and then some people have the one for like 50 or 60, and then I don't know. I don't know which ones to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was looking at them. I'm just trying to find them now. Oh, I think they're right at the back. They're very 80s. It's like wait, where is it? Not that one. I need to. Right. There you go. It's extremely 80s. And like I've seen the necklace on its own for $75 on two people's website things. The earrings are a bit different. They're like kind of swirly. Yeah. Still very 80s. I'm not sure if they are exactly the same, if the you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I've watched that All That Glitters. I think I'm up to date, I think. Catherine Ryan's in it, and she's like just totally rude and crude at times. So yeah, so I've been doing that, but I've got to do some testing on some bits to see if the well, a couple of bits are saying that the gold and a couple of bits are saying that the silver. So I'll test them to make sure. But it should get them a bit of money. Thinking that. Oh, look, rough as hell. Desperately need this hair washing. I think we'll just stick where you put it. It's disgusting. Issues with carers though. I've had no carers today. Oh, have you got testing kits? How much did they cost? Yes, the gold and silver testing acid was £10, I think, and then I bought one of the pumice, the stone things, which was eight, so about 18 quid altogether. I only went with what Stall uses. I asked him for the links and to what he uses, so I just bought them that way. And they are pretty good. Pretty good. So just do a bit of a scratch and then pour the stuff on. Well, you don't pour it, it just drip a little bit of it on. Obviously, don't it everywhere. Yeah, it's not too bad to price. And obviously, I use it. I bought the like bits myself when I was buying jewelry. I bought a load of stuff. Um, well, when I was buying jewelry, I was buying loads of stuff, and then I had a load of stuff put aside that I needed to test. That I wasn't sure. Uh, Either stuff that said it was silver or stuff that looked like silver or gold, and including a broken bracelet that was stamped 375, which turned out to be gold. And it's so sad because it's like this like triple twist, like plaited bracelet thing. And I think it's two yellow gold and one white gold, like sort of thing. And I think there's about 7 grams of it, so I'm not sure how much it's worth now at the minute. 15 quid is it? Gold a gram. So even broken, it's still worth a bit of money. You know what I mean? But I haven't cashed it in. I've just kept it. I should really. It's of no use. But yeah, I bought a set. I'm not sure. I don't. It probably not come out to be gold. But I bought this set from the charity shop for £1. And it's got no markings on it. However, the the fixtures are all where is it? It's not welded. Is it welded? What's the word? What's the word when it's fixed together? Not welded. I think it means the same as welded, but it's more delicately done. Anyway, there was this which I thought might be gold, but like I said, it's not. It's not marked, and for £1, I thought it was a nice set anyway. But soldered, yes, thank you, Susan. Soldered, and Dodo. Yeah, so the fixture bits are all soldered, which usually means like more sign of quality, but there's no like mark of 375 around. So I will get it. I will get round and test it. I haven't tested it so far. But I thought for £1 it was just a nice set anyway, so I bought them yesterday. Couldn't think of the word soldered. It's just like, honestly, my brain's terrible. It just doesn't compute stuff. Yeah, I got that. I got a yellow and white, smallish, a smallish yellow and white. Paperweight with Susan got me one last year, and it was I think Josh, was it last? Yeah, was it this? Was it last October, Susan? Yeah, I think it was last October, and it had it looked like the beach inside. It was like looked like sort of sand and then a wave and that, and it was gorgeous. And it was on Josh's video, I think. Yeah, a year ago. Um, and I thought, oh, it would go with that because of like having the yellow and the white, because that one's like got blue, sort of orangey yellow and white in it, and then that one's like white and yellow, and I just thought it looked nice. That was £1 as well. I haven't got it to hand to show you because it's in the other room now. But there was something. There's always something. But honestly, do you know what? I just don't feel like I never feel like I have anything to say anymore. Does that make sense? And I used to speak a lot. When I've spoke a lot since I've come on. But you know, when you just get to the point where I don't know, my brain is just not in of recent times. Hence, obviously, why I haven't done so many videos and whatever. It's really hard to force yourself to do that. Like, I don't know why, but it is. Whereas, like before, it was never forced myself. I'll show you. I need to glue this back together, but I was gutted. I broke it on the way home, I think. So I got this brooch. This was £1. This was a couple of weeks ago, but I've brought it's like mother of pearl. I don't know what the black is, but the that is definitely mother of pearl. But this edge has come off in 3 parts. I've got all the parts, or 2 parts, is it, to glue it back on. There's me and bit. So I need to glue it back on because I was gutted because I just think it's really cool. I mean, I don't know what you'd wear a brooch like this for. You know what I mean? Because it's quite big. Cover me on the eye. But I just think it's cool. So, yeah. Well, I was gutted I broke it, but I'll get it fixed. I'll get it fixed eventually. I spilled a whole glass of pop over my laptop earlier. Was like, I've never seen myself get so fast. I just picked the thing up and like tipped it up the other way, so it all fell off on my bed, all over everything. And then I spent about a whole hour or so just cleaning it all up. But never mind. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up because I just don't feel like I've got out to say anymore, and it just is a struggle. So I think I will wrap up. Not that. I don't know what that is. Just my fat, probably. Um, is the laptop okay? Yeah, yeah. I managed to get to it quick before it went all down the cracks, I guess. But I've had no bother with it, thankfully, because I've been lost without it. I've been absolutely lost. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to go. Thank you all for watching. Keep an eye out for the end of the month thing. If you haven't put your pets in, make sure you get your pets in before the 30th, and I will see you all soon. Good night. Good night.